House of the Dragon Season 2 will see two characters fight it out in what will essentially be its own take on Cleganebowl, the clash between Sandor the Hound Clegane and Gregor the Mountain Clegane from Game of Thrones Season 8. Let me know in the comments section if you're looking forward to another big meaty men fight in House of the Dragon Season 2. But before King Viserys comes in and takes the awkwardness level to over 100...
I said I'm fine.
Ain't that the truth?
God expects you.
I'd like to say hello guys and gals, I'm Nick, and welcome to Firthy's Feedback. So, through much of Game of Thrones' run, audiences were hoping to see the Clegane brothers have a proper fight after a brief altercation in Season 1. Thanks to a popular theory among book readers in particular, there was an expectation to get hype, as the common refrain went for Cleganebowl. However, it didn't happen until right before Game of Thrones' ending and resulted in both brothers perishing. House Clegane may not have a major role to play in House of the Dragon Season 2, but the show can do something similar. There are several warring factions and familial divides, but one of the biggest splits comes with the Cargill twins. Sir Aric and Sir Eric were both sworn members of the Kingsguard, but now the twins find themselves on opposing sides. Aric serves King Aegon II Targaryen, while Eric is loyal to Queen Rhaenyra. As the Dance of the Dragons truly begins, those divided loyalties will be taken to the extreme. I'm sure Popeye could do a thing or two to solve the problem.
Hey, gentlemen, just a moment there. What we need is a little brotherly love. That'll stop all the fighting after... Oh!
And your brotherly love.
Game of Thrones Season 8 had the Cleganes duel it out in a sword fight, and House of the Dragon Season 2 will have the Cargill twins crossing steel in another epic battle of brothers. Or at least it will if it follows George R.R. Martin's book Fire and Blood, and there's little to suggest otherwise. The duel between the Cargills comes as the Greens plot revenge against Rhaenyra and the Blacks for the murder of Aegon's heir, Prince Jaehaerys. Sir Aric is sent to Dragonstone with the aim of sneaking into the castle under the guise of being Eric, though accounts differ on whether his target was to kill Rhaenyra herself or her bastard children. Although Aric achieves the first part of his goal, successfully entering Dragonstone without question, his plans go awry when he runs into none other than his brother Eric. Historical accounts agree on only 2 points: the Cargill brothers fight and the Cargill brothers die, much like Cleganebowl. What exactly happened is where things differ. One source claims the brothers professed their love for one another and fought for an hour, eventually dying in each other's arms. Another claims it was a short, nasty fight with no declaration of love and only spite. In the latter version, Aric is killed quickly, but Eric suffers a wound that he survives for 4 days before dying. Ah yes, I can see it now.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
You liar!
Come on, you pansy.
The fight could happen around the halfway mark of House of the Dragon Season 2, which will only have 8 episodes as opposed to the 10 of Season 1. In the Dance of the Dragons timeline, it has to come after the events of Blood and Cheese, which should be early, but before the battle at Rook's Nest, which set photos have confirmed happens in Season 2 and will likely be towards the end as a big dramatic set piece. That means it should have a few episodes to build up to it, but not enough to help it top what Game of Thrones did. House of the Dragon Season 2 will likely portray the duel of the Cargills as somewhere in between the different historical accounts, choosing to reveal the truth of what happened and finding a better balance in the story. Of course, It's the one where they love each other and fight for an hour that the singers favour, and a take on that could well make for better TV. It would certainly be more romanticised and better fit the epic feel that it might want to achieve. That would also make it the opposite of Game of Thrones' Cleganebowl in one way, since that was unquestionably driven by hate, but there's still a problem when it comes to beating it. As good as it could be, it will have a hard time beating Cleganebowl. The main issue for the duel of the Cargill twins beating Cleganebowl is how invested audiences are in those characters, specifically compared to the Hound. He became one of Game of Thrones' best characters with a complicated arc that led him to that point. Killing his brother was earned, and it was the ultimate tragic conclusion of his entire journey, bringing things full circle in fiery fashion. Plus, even if it arrived later than hoped, there was nonetheless still a grand spectacle in seeing them fight, a true clash of the titans that audiences had wanted to see for years finally being realised. The Cargill twins fight should still be great and could be a different kind of fight to Cleganebowl, since it isn't about two brutes taking heavy shots at one another. Nonetheless, the House of the Dragon fight won't have the years of hype nor storytelling and character work behind it that Cleganebowl did. While the Hound and the Mounting fight had some flaws and was arguably even a little absurd, it was a fitting payoff which the Cargill twins duel cannot be in the same way, given they're very much side characters without too much development of their own. It certainly won't be bad, but it also won't require viewers to get as hyped to appeal to the everybody. I think Barney sums it up best.
Well, this better be the best tasting beer in the world. You got lucky.